The decrease in value of any physical asset with the passage of time is known as options: declining balance, sinking fund, depreciation, all of the above. So the decrease in value of any physical asset with the passage of time is known as depreciation. Okay. If you buy a vehicle for 5 lakhs, that value will reduce by 4 lakh 50,000 in the next year, and in the second year, at the end of second year, it will be reduced to 4 lakhs, and at the end of third year, it will be reduced to 3.5 lakhs. This is called as depreciation. It may be called by different names: declining balance, sinking fund. So all the answers are correct. There are different methods of different methods of depreciation. First one, straight line method of depreciation, declining balance method of depreciation, sum of the years digits method of depreciation, sinking fund method of depreciation, service output method of depreciation. First method, straight line method of depreciation. Here depreciation amount is calculated as, that is, in the example I have told above, that is, it is calculated as a fixed amount every year. Every year 50,000 is reduced in its value. That is called a straight line method of depreciation. So the final amount of depreciation equal to original cost minus residual value. Residual value is a scrap value. Scrap value at the final end of its life. Original cost is purchase cost minus scrap value divided by n, number of years. Okay, P minus F by n. Present cost minus future cost divided by n, that is equal to depreciation. That is straight line method. Depreciation is calculated using the formula P minus F by n. Present cost or purchase cost minus future amount, that is the scrap value divided by n, P minus F by n. Second question, a fixed sum is charged as depreciation amount throughout the lifetime of an asset in straight line method of depreciation. That is, a constant amount 50,000 or 25,000 is deducted at every year. That method is called as straight line method of depreciation. Answer is A. In determining the depreciation of a building by the straight line method, which of the following factors is most important? So estimated economic life of the building is most important, location is not important, annual rental value is not important, cost of replacing the building is not important in depreciation calculation. In depreciation calculation, the economic life of the building is more important, that is n, P minus F by n, that n is more important. Which of the following properties is not subjected to depreciation? The land is not subjected to depreciation, automotive equipment is subjected to depreciation, buildings are depreciated, machineries are subjected to depreciation, but land is not subjected to depreciation. Answer is A. A manufacturing company purchased a machine at a cost of 6 lakhs, P equal to 6 lakhs, N equal to 5 years, salvage value at the end of lifetime is 1 lakh, F equal to 1 lakh. Determine the depreciation amount using straight line method of depreciation. Depreciation equal to P minus F by N. P is 6 lakhs and F is 1 lakhs divided by 5. End of a lifetime is 5. So P minus F by N equal to 1 lakh. So answer is C. So the same problem, you have to determine the depreciation amount as well as the book value at the end of the first year. Okay, depreciation amount is 5 lakh, depreciation amount is 1 lakh as in the previous problem. P minus F by N 1 lakh, depreciation amount, so it has to be subtracted at every year. Initially it has 6 lakhs, so you have to subtract 1 lakh from this value, so the book value is 5 lakhs. So 1 lakh and 5 lakh, answer is C. In the straight line method of depreciation, the accumulated sum depreciation at the end of the life of the asset is equal to the purchase value, scrap value, break even value, inventory value. Okay, the answer is B. This is not correct. A is not correct. That is straight line method of depreciation, accumulated sum at the end of the lifetime of the asset is equal to the scrap value. Okay, answer is B. A constant percentage of book value of previous period of asset will be charged as a depreciation amount in. A constant percentage of book value of the previous period of asset will be charged as depreciation amount in declining balance method of depreciation. Next method is declining balance method of depreciation. In this method, that is if the cost of equipment is 5 lakhs, a 20%, a fixed amount is constant percentage of book value of previous period. That is 20% of 5 lakhs is a depreciation amount. So that is 20% is 1 lakh. So it is 4 lakhs. Then at the end of second year, 20% of 4 lakhs, that is 80,000. And so the book value will be 3,20,000. So this is called as a declining balance method of depreciation. Answer is B. The book value at the end of life of the asset is not equal to the salvage value of the asset in declining balance method of depreciation. In this method, the book value at the end of lifetime is, in the previous straight line method, book value at the end of life of an asset is equal to the salvage value, whereas in declining balance method, it is not equal to the salvage value. In all other methods, it is equal to the salvage value of the asset, but in declining balance method, it is not equal to the salvage value. The formula for depreciation in the declining balance method of depreciation is, so P minus F by N is a formula for calculating declining straight line method of depreciation. Then K into B T minus 1, book value at the previous period. So this is a declining balance method of depreciation. And dt in rate into P minus F, this is a sum of years digits method. This is a sinking fund, the formula for sinking fund method. So answer is B. A manufacturing company purchased a machine, cost of 6 lakhs and N equal to 5 years and F equal to 1 lakh, and you have to calculate a depreciation amount and book value at the end of the first year, and assuming a constant K equal to 0.02. Okay, the formula is K into book value at the previous period. Okay, 0.2 into book value at the initial period is 6 lakhs. So rupees 30,000. Rupees 30,000 is a depreciation amount, and book value at the end of first year is 6 lakhs minus 30,000. So 5 lakhs 70,000. So answer is C. The book value of the asset decreases at an decreasing rate in sum of years digits method of depreciation. Next method is sum of years digit method of depreciation. In this method, book value of asset decreases at a decreasing rate. Okay, so the method is, so it is C. Answer is C. Sum of the years is calculated using the formula N into N plus 1 divided by 2. So answer is A. A manufacturing company purchased a machine at a cost of rupees 60,000. Estimated life is 5 years. Salvage value 15,000. Determine the depreciation about using the sum of years method of depreciation. So sum of the years, so it is 5 years. So sum of the years is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 15. It can also be calculated using the formula N into N plus 1 divided by 2. 5 into 6 by 2. So which is equal to 15. The rate equal to 5 by 15, 4 by 15, 3 by 15, 2 by 15 and 1 by 15. So depreciation amount at the first year equal to 5 by 15 into P minus F. This is a formula, and that is a depreciation amount dt equal to rate into P minus F. Rate into P minus F. So rate into P minus F, rate is 5 by 15 into 60,000 minus 15,000. P minus F, that is salvage value is 15,000. So which is equal to 45,000. So 5 by 15 into 45,000, which is 3,000. So 5 into 3,000 is 15,000. Answer is D. The book value of the asset decreases at an increasing rate in sinking fund method of depreciation. Fourth method is sinking fund method of depreciation. Book value of the asset decreases in a decreasing rate in sum of years digit method and an increasing rate in sinking fund method of depreciation. The formula for depreciation in the sinking fund method of depreciation is P minus F into A by F comma I comma N into F by B comma I comma T minus 1. So answer is D. depreciation is computed based on service rendered by an asset in, answer is D. This is the fifth method, service output method of depreciation. So in the service output method of depreciation, it is calculated using the formula, that is in the service output method. So see the formula, F equal to 6 lakhs, P equal to 6 lakhs, N equal to 5 years, F equal to 1 lakh. Total number of products that can be made by the machine is 50,000. In the third year of operation, products produced by this machine is 8,000. Determine the depreciation amount for the third year. Okay, the cost is 6 lakhs, scrap value is 1 lakh. That is, it can make, throughout its lifetime of 5 years, it can make 50,000 products. That machine can make 50,000 products. In the third year only, it will make 8,000 products. You have to calculate depreciation amount at the third year. So in the third year, so it is calculated using the formula P minus F by X, capital X into small x. Okay. So P minus F, P minus 6 lakhs minus 1 lakh divided by X, capital X is a total number of products can be made by the machine. Total in its lifetime it can make 50,000 products, that is equal to capital X. Small x is, that is in the particular year how many products are made by the machine. In the third year 8,000 products are made by the machine. So it is 10 in 6 lakhs, 5 lakhs by 50,000 is 10 into 8,000 is 80,000. So depreciation amount at the third year, depreciation amount for the third year is 80,000. The main objective of any public alternatives. Next, so with this depreciation over, next evaluation of public alternatives. So public alternatives may be state government can make a build or can build a bridge or dam, or they can make roads. So they are called as public alternatives. In the public alternatives, the main aim is not to maximize profit. Private alternative is to make profit, but any public alternative is not to make any profit. To provide goods and services to the public at minimum cost. Okay, the answer is B. Any public alternative may be to provide goods and services to the public at minimum cost. In this, there is a benefit cost ratio is available. If the benefit cost ratio value is greater than 1, then only the project may be suitable. So it may be beneficial to the public, then only that project is justified. Otherwise, if the project is not justified. For example, the benefit cost ratio is equivalent benefits. Output by input. Output is equivalent benefits to the public, and input is equivalent cost by the government. Okay, equivalent benefits by equivalent cost is a benefit cost ratio. A state government builds a bridge across a river. Initial investment is 40 lakhs. Life of the bridge is 20 years. Annual maintenance cost is 10 lakhs. Present worth of total fuel savings. This is a benefit obtained. Present worth of total fuel savings is 60 lakhs. Whether the project is justified based on BC ratio. So BC ratio equal to equivalent benefits by equivalent cost. Equivalent benefits are total fuel savings is the equivalent benefits. 60 lakhs is a fuel savings divided by cost. Cost is initial investment plus variable cost is 10 lakhs. That is maintenance cost is 10 lakhs. 40 lakhs plus 10 lakhs. This is equivalent cost. Okay, present equivalent to present worth amount. Should make it present worth amount. 60 lakh by 50 lakhs. So 6 by 5, which is equal to 1.2. So it is greater than 1. If it is less than 1, the project is not justified. It is not equal to the cost. So the project is not justified. If it is, as it is greater than 1, the project is justified. Benefit cost ratio should be greater than 1. Okay, at least 1. It should be at least 1. So the answer is equal to 1 or greater than 1. So answer is A. Sinking fund method. In the sinking fund method, it is used to compensate for a property's depreciation. So sinking fund method is used to compensate for the property's depreciation. So answer is D. Then rate of increase of goods per period is known as inflation. Okay. Inflation, inflation, inflation. So inflation, that is rate of increase of price due to war time or any other factors, price may increase. and this is called as